What are the top 5 tips on buying Northern Virginia condos? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Here's the rundown. Hey everyone, I'm Darren Robertson, Realtor in Northern Virginia with Robertson Residential Group. Thank you so much for joining us today. If this is your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We post new videos every week and you don't want to miss anything. So what are the top 5 tips on buying Northern Virginia condos? Tip number 1, it's important to know the main types of condos in Northern Virginia. The main types of condos that you'll see out there are garden style, mid-rise, high-rise, and townhome style condos. Garden style condos are usually around 1 to 4 floors, and they're typically walk-up condos where you walk up the stairs into your unit. Mid-rise condos typically have 5 to 8 floors. They have elevators, and they often have a decent number of amenities, like maybe an exercise room or a concierge, security, that sort of thing. High-rise condo communities have 9+ floors, and they typically have a lot of amenities. Things like exercise rooms, swimming pools, sometimes indoor swimming pools in addition to outdoor swimming pools, security, a concierge, different party rooms, things like that. Townhome style condos feel like townhomes, but they're actually condo ownership. And we'll cover more about that later in this video. But just know that townhome style condos have higher fees than a typical townhome with a regular HOA. You'll find a lot of older condo communities and a lot of newer condo communities in Northern Virginia. So it just depends on where you're looking and what you're interested in. You'll find a lot of condo communities that have in-unit washers and dryers, and you'll find a lot that actually have common laundry facilities and no washer and dryer inside the actual unit. So it's good to think about whether or not that's important to you as you start your condo search. Tip number 2, it's important to understand the difference between condo ownership and home ownership. Think of condo ownership as walls in ownership. So you walk into your unit and pretty much everything that you can see you own and you're responsible for. So the appliances, the flooring, the drywall for your walls, the paint, things like that. So condo ownership is great for people who don't want to maintain a yard space or maintain the exterior of their property. With home ownership, you're responsible for everything in the interior and exterior of your home. So the roof, the siding, the bricks, everything on the exterior you're responsible for, including everything on your lot, in your yard. So your fence and your patio and your yard space, things like that. Tip number 3, it's important to understand the condo document review period in Virginia. So anytime you buy a condo anywhere in the state of Virginia, sometime between the ratification date, which is the date on which both parties sign the contract, so the date when the buyer and the seller sign the contract. From that date up until the closing date, the seller has to deliver the condo resale packet sometime between those dates. The condo resale packet has every single thing that you need to know about with regard to the condo unit that you're purchasing and the condo community. So it has all the rules and regulations, the current financial condition of the condo community. Are they doing well? Are they managing their finances well? Do they have a positive balance or a negative balance in their reserve account right now? Does the seller owe any condo fees and arrears? Are there any special assessments right now in the condo community where unit owners have to pay an additional extra hefty sum to finance a unanticipated project in the community? So anything and everything that you can think about that you'd like to know about the condo community, you'll find this information out in this packet. And you have 3 days once you get that packet to look the packet over and just make sure that you're okay with the condo community. And if for some reason you're not, if you find anything in the condo community that you just can't live with, you can cancel the contract and there's no penalty at all. Tip number 4, it's important to know the typical condo fees in Northern Virginia. So you should expect to pay anywhere from the $200s per month on up to over $1,000 per month in condo fees, depending on which condo community that you buy in. This monthly number totally varies depending on the condo community, the size of the unit that you're buying, the number of bedrooms in the unit that you're buying, the number of amenities in the condo community, whether or not utilities are included in the condo fee or not. A lot of older condo communities that don't have very many amenities have lower condo fees, while luxury condo communities, for instance, that have a lot of amenities have higher condo fees. If a condo that you're interested in has really high condo fees, but the condo community doesn't have a lot of amenities, it's important to understand why that's the case. So in a lot of condos, as the fees keep getting higher over the years, if there's not a really good reason why that's the case, it can have a negative impact on resale in that community in the future. Tip number 5, it's important to understand how condo fees affect qualifying ratios for mortgage loans. So when a mortgage lender pre-approves you for a home loan, they're very focused on your monthly payments. Condo fees can have a big impact on your monthly payment. For instance, if you're comparing a single-family home with no HOA and a condo with a condo fee, it's very possible to have a situation where you have a single-family home that costs a good amount higher than the condo, but both properties have similar monthly payments just because of that condo fee. So it's very important when you're talking to your lender to get them to give you some good estimates on, hey, what am I pre-approved at for this sales price with a condo with this condo fee versus what am I pre-approved at for a home sale for a home that doesn't have an HOA. If you'd like an easy way to search for condos in Northern Virginia, you can go to my website, northernvirginiahomepro.com, and set up a free account there, and then you can search the MLS on my website. You can also set up saved searches, so new property alerts for certain specific condo communities, and set up market reports from the past 6 to 12 months of closed and pending sales. So now you know the top 5 tips on buying Northern Virginia condos. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We post new videos every week and you don't want to miss anything. Also, be sure to check out this video on the 3 most common types of houses in Northern Virginia.